Hey girl, hey, it's your girl Kay-otic Tea back with another video, you guys. And today we are doing a little recap, little review, little commentary on Bad Bitches Only episode 4. You guys, I'm sorry. I know this is late because episode 5 is already out, but y'all, I forgot all about BBO, okay? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, y'all. I forgot. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it, you guys. So I watch it in real time, so it's like we're watching it together. And y'all already know I'm about to analyze these fights down to the ground, okay? So because we're behind, I'm gonna try to really just get straight to the meat and potatoes, okay? I'm not gonna go into too much detail, so we can get this video done and I can get to the next one, child, because for the previews for the next one, I see that my girl Pretty P is getting in the field, child, and I got to see what's going on with that. So let's hurry up and get this one going, okay? Okay, so it starts back up with JG and Slim fighting, child, and when I tell you that fight was boo-boo, trash, nothing, okay? Like, these BBO girls cannot fight. And me and my analyzing fights down to the ground, child, they not giving me what I need. Either way, child, they get the fighting and it's a lot of hair pulling. It's some swinging. They definitely swinging. But for somebody to spit on me, ain't no way in hell I'm going to be like not dragging that out. Like, ain't no way. Like, Slim, they got their round in and then they just went their separate ways for now. I don't know if they're going to thump again later, but right now they just went their separate ways. And baby, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. You spit on me, we're going to fight forever, okay? And the thing, and I get it, she didn't really spit in Slim's face or nothing. She kind of spit like downward. So maybe it landed on her clothes, or maybe it didn't land on her at all. I don't know, because really they didn't really make it clear where the spit landed. But I don't care where it landed. If you spit on me, if the intent was to spit on me and your aim is just bad, baby, I don't care. You still getting fucked up, okay? Because my aim ain't bad and I'm going to hit you, okay? Bottom line. But the fight was trash. And like I said, it just could have been more for somebody to have spit on somebody. So then they move on. Girls are getting their room and all that kind of stuff. The new girls, Heaven and Pretty P, are sharing a room, which I like that for them. And then Big Lex go to LaRue's room and basically is like, this is my room, I'm taking it. I don't know where LaRue is, but I'm sure the drama is going to start about that, and they're going to be fighting about that pretty soon. So my girls show up, Legacy and Caribbean, and I love them down, okay? I like them from Y&R or whatever. And they meet up with Pretty P and Heaven Marina first. Like, not meet up with them, but those are the first girls that they like run into in the house. And I'm really, fingers crossed, that that's a little, squad that sticks together a little bit, because those four I actually really do like. I love me some Pretty P, Caribbean, and Legacy. And Heaven Marina is cool too. Like, she was only on Baddies for a little bit, but so I didn't really get to see a lot of her, but I do, like her so far. So Tequila's still running around. She's still on her beef with Ghetto Barbie, child. She want to fight. That's it. That's all. So she runs into Legacy. I guess they know each other. And Legacy like, girl, where is your wig at? Like, I thought this was BBO. Why is y'all banging already? Like, this ain't Young and Reckless. Like, what y'all doing? So then Miss Big Lex wants to chime in. I don't know what, obviously some beef is going to arise with this, because her first thing she got to say about Legacy is, this is the girl y'all been hyping online, girl. She's trash, she's whack, she's this, she's that. So I don't know where that's coming from, but we gonna see, y'all. So Tequila come in there, child, still on Ghetto Barbie's neck, bro. She comes in and she sits on the table, she sits her big old BBL on the table, and while everybody's eating at that, and it's like, if anybody got a problem with me, let me know, yada yada, boom boom boom. Nobody says anything, and then her and Ghetto Barbie get to going back and forth, like, child, just back and forth, no fists being thrown, just talking. And she like, yeah, you fat, Tequila telling Ghetto Barbie, yeah, you fat, and this and this and that. And they cut to Tokyo in the confessional, like, hold on now. I'm holding on to little fat stuff, like, she's raggedy and all, but, I ain't gonna call her fat. I'm a little thick myself, so let's not do that. I'm like, girl, tell her, girl, got a little thick. That girl ain't fat. So then they start talking about what do they feel about the girls, the new girls, talking about Legacy and Caribbean and all that. And they start to introduce themselves, and Legacy basically like, I'm trying to elevate from a little girl to a grown woman coming from Y&R, doing BBO. So yeah, but I ain't no pussy though. Okay, don't try to play me. I ain't no punk. All right. So yeah, I'm about to be on my grown woman shit, but also we can get that too. Yeah, I like that, Legacy. I like that. Let them know, girl. Just because you trying to be mature don't mean that they could walk all over you. Tell them, let them know. And Caribbean is just like, y'all know my energy. Y'all see me on the other show. Like, I'm just chill. Like, don't make me let that dog out though. I'll let that dog out. You feel me? So that's what they on. Yeah. And I think it's cute. My little girls, they popping it. Okay, girl. So in the midst of all this, Tequila is still on that with Ghetto Barbie. Like, she not letting it go. Even in their argument, Ghetto Barbie was like, don't throw that water on me, because Tequila had a water bottle. Child, after Legacy and them got done talking, what she do? Throw the water on her. I was like, God damn. She said she wasn't going to do it. She's like, I don't throw stuff. I throw hands. Girl, no, you just threw that water. Okay, that's what you did. So they get to trying to throw a bunch of stuff at each other. Food, plates, all kind of stuff. They going at it, y'all. We got Caribbean in her confessional talking about I really wasn't expecting this energy. These bitches is really on right now. Like, I was expecting something different. She like, I was trying to get away from young and reckless, and I done came into older and reckless, child. Which was hilarious. Older and reckless is hilarious. So one of the other new girls, Dom, child, she on what I'm on. She was like, apparently her and Tequila know each other. And she was basically like, look, everybody was over it with Tequila and Ghetto Barbie, because apparently they was just going at it for hours and hours. And she was like, it was too much talking going on. I ain't doing all that talking. Tequila, you should have just took off on this whole, it's too much. Y'all not fighting. So what's the point? And that's what I'm on. Like, what is the point? Can y'all stop? Like, it's giving that they need filler for the show, because y'all should have been off this. Like, let everybody know that they still beefing and it's still up, but we don't need to see all this. It's going nowhere. So they announced that 30 minutes they're gonna have eliminations, and everybody like, what? It's gonna be eliminations? Like, Caribbean and Legacy think they bullshit and they really not gonna eliminate nobody. And Pretty P like, child, it's the first day. How y'all eliminated somebody already? Like, what is going on? So LaRue ends up showing back up, I guess, after her fight with Tokyo. Child, her hair was messed up, and she said, I'm on BBO, baby. I gotta go get my hair done. I can't be walking around here with my prison straight backs. Okay, I'm not doing it. So she went and got her hair done or whatever. So now she's back. So I'm assuming the drama with her and Lex gonna start when she realized that Lex done took her room, baby. And then so we cut to Pretty P, Sav, and Tokyo. And I think this scene is so cute, because Tokyo is telling them like what she's done on her other shows and how long she's been doing reality TV and whatever. And it was like, oh, what shows did you do? And she named a show that I can't remember what she said the name of the show was, but she's just like, yeah, they ask you questions like, are you smarter than a fifth grader type questions, like, stuff like that. And it was like, so I was like, yeah, they're going to ask you like, what's a continent and all that. And Pretty P was like, so what's a continent? And Tokyo said something, and Pretty P was like, no, you answer it. And then, so that was like, what's the continent? And Pretty P was like, North America, South America. And she was like, oh, okay. And Sam was like, are those really continents? And she's like, yes. I'm like, girl, what you mean? Are those really continents? And then Tokyo actually names all of them off. She's like, North America, South America, Australia, Africa, Europe. She's just going on. I'm like, okay. So you not just a BBL. You got a little bit of, a little something. Okay, you got a little something. So, I can respect that she know the continents, because, child, I be looking at these girls like, do y'all know y'all address? Like, do you know anything? Like, but yeah, I was proud of them for that. So you go, girls. Hey, girls, my continent girlies. Okay, girl. So they get ready to start up eliminations, child. And White Barbie is like, oh, I know y'all been traveling and doing all this all day and this and that, but I don't like what I see up here at eliminations. Like, basically telling them they look whack. Like, bitch, first of all, you told them 30 minutes to elimination, and they didn't even know they was having elimination. And girl, they've been fighting all day and this and that. Did you see how they looked when they got there? Like, I mean, oh, a bad bitch needs to be bad all the time. No, bitch, a bad bitch needs to be bad when it's time to be bad, baby. I was going to bed. So okay, and my bonnet on, I'm ready to go to sleep. So I don't know. I didn't really like that part, but that's I think the vanity part of the show that I'm not really into. Like, I mean, there's a level of vanity in certain like aesthetics everybody wants to have just to be, just to feel good about yourself. But I think that pressing that issue is what makes this show like, a thumbs down for me sometimes. Why girl child forgot about it this week and wasn't even going to do a review on it because I forgot. Like, I really just be trying to see the fights. Like, I'm not trying to see no bad bitches. Like, I, as a woman, I definitely give flowers to women who are bad bitches, but I'm not trying to look at nobody else's aesthetic and just have that be what I'm interested in. No, like, that's not my get down. I want to see y'all fight, number one, because, at least it's entertaining. At least there's a winner or a loser or this or that. Like, I don't know. I'm just not into the whole bad bitch trope that goes on in the world at this point. I'm just not into it. And not that I don't like girls to look and feel their best, but I think that there's too much emphasis on aesthetic. For the girls who just want to live and be, pretty and do their own thing and look nice and just be confident in themselves, sometimes I feel like they gotta keep up with these BBL bitches and these, child, what, let me not get too deep into it. One day when I start doing other content other than reviews of shows and stuff like that, we might get into that a little bit. If y'all interested in that, let me know in the comments and we could talk about things that go a little bit deeper, a little bit less surface level, All right, let's go. So the first person that they let know that she's a bad bitch and she's not being eliminated is Slim, because she came out dressed to the nines, child. Everybody else had on bonnets and bedclothes and all that kind of stuff. They really wasn't prepared, which I could understand why, like I said. So then they start talking about the teams earlier and the scavenger hunt, and they call out to Kayla's team. So before they can even really get anything out, Kayla's over there like, who said that I didn't need to be the leader, or who said that I wasn't bad, blah, 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 blah. Let's fight right now. And they're like, what? And what's that girl name? Biggs Lex was like, you set out because of your wig, so I'm the one who really led the team. And she's like, that's not what I'm talking about. She's like, that's what I'm talking about. So there's some little tension going on there. So they continue to give out the money and the champagne because that's what they give in to let the girls know that they can continue on. And production just start popping it. Like, y'all need to be quiet when production's talking. Don't disrespect production and boop, 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 boop. Listen, I don't like authority. I don't like being told what to do. I don't like being told when to talk, not to talk, how to do, how to stand, none of that. So I would have left. Like, I can never, like, ain't no bitch about to tell me, like, girl, you my same age, you ain't my mama, you ain't my daddy, you ain't my auntie, you ain't my granny. No, don't tell me shit, okay? And, like, I'm not bowing down to no bitch. I don't understand how these girls get on these shows and be like, oh, you're the boss, and I can't even call my real boss my boss. Like, when I've had jobs, I'm not called my supervisor. Like, the lady in the position that gives me my check. I don't know, but I can't do it. I'm too prideful in that way. I don't like people telling me what to do. So I didn't really like the way these girls was popping it at the cast. The production was popping it at the cast. It was just like, who is you? I know you production, but especially Blueface Barbie. Like, I don't like her talking to none of these girls crazy because this gives like massa, and I'm not feeling it. So then Big Lex, who's supposed to be, I guess, like higher on the totem pole than all the other girls, because she's always talking like as if she's production or something, or like as if she's like something other than cast or more than cast, like she got some type of control. Child, she raised her hand and said, is this an appropriate time to ask a question? And they're like, no. Okay, well, shut you down and humbled you real quick. Apparently you're nobody. Apparently you're not who you think you are, babe. So she's like, well, I'm going to ask it anyway. And they shut her down again. And it's really embarrassing for her. I'm not going to lie. So they get down to the last three girls. So it's Bossy Cash, De Doll, and Tequila. And basically, they're telling Tequila, like, you're up here right now because, you know, you're a bad bitch and all that. But when we tell you to stop, you don't listen. And I do understand because she don't listen. But also, like I just said, I don't like authority, babe. So I ain't got to listen to shit. Okay, I'm not listening. And what you going to do about it? But, you know, that's probably not the way to be in life because, you know, you might miss some lessons, you know, so you might not want to be like that. But I don't know. Me personally, I can't do it. So Tequila is like, in her confessional, she like, well, when I do too much, y'all saying I'm doing too much. But then when I don't do enough, y'all saying I'm not doing enough. So which one is it that y'all want? And then they're telling De La Doll, like, you know, you're cute and this and that. And you've been trying to be on the show and ask her to be on the show. But you're just too quiet. You need to pop it a little bit more. It's not like you got to go fight somebody, which they lying. They want her to fight somebody. But you at least got to, like, show your personality. So before they can even get to Bossy Cash, Tequila is like, yeah, before this continues, I'm just going to eliminate myself because I ain't going to let no little band of bitches tell me I'm a bad bitch or not a bad bitch or eliminate me from anything. And to be honest with you, like, Tequila, through this whole elimination process, through the show, she's been acting like a child, like a big old baby, like wanting to do too much. Even when the elimination started, she pouting and trying to talk and overtalk people and, you know, doing little weird stuff the whole time. And this is actually the only thing I respect, because you ain't about to tell me nothing about me, baby. I'm her, and you can't. I'm not about to compete with no bitches. I'm not about to put myself in a position where it's like, oh, you need to act this way or do this to outshine this bitch. Bitch, I outshine, period. And if you don't think so, good for you. But I think so. So I don't need to do this. I can never be on one of these shows. It's fun to watch, but child, no, not me. I'm just too hard-headed. Like, I can't do it. So she walks off or whatever, but everybody's trying to tell her, like, no, don't go, don't do that. You know, you're not going to get eliminated or whatever. But how they know she's going to get eliminated or not? They're like, you know, the judges are just trying to prove a point. You ain't proving no point with me, babe. Sorry. So then they show Tokyo in her confessional, and they're like, rule number 27.25, section 8, whatever the fuck. Anybody knows that if you're a bad bitch, you're supposed to be able to take constructive criticism and blah, blah, blah. Putting me up on the chopping block in front of these other bitches, judging me in front of other bitches, trying to embarrass me or chastise me. Maybe you're not embarrassing me, but trying to chastise me or tell me what's what. That's not going to work. I could take constructive criticism, but you're not about to try to blast me or make me feel less than because of who I am. If anything, take this bitch to the side and talk to her and let her know what's up. That's probably how they should have done eliminations anyway, because that's more of a bad bitch thing to do, in my opinion. Just me personally. But you guys, that's the end of the show. I'm about to get right on watching the next one, so I might post these back to back. I don't know, so just be on the lookout, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to join the tea party. Please, 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 you guys, subscribe. Help my channel, like, hype me up. Do whatever you got to do if you like my content so I can get out there, you know, let people know your girl is here and she doing these reviews and these recaps and she's breaking it down for y'all, okay? But thank you again, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!